These days, but back in his day, it was probably like, dude, I'm not a part of it. I'm going to stay out of it.
It wasn't just
I don't want anything to do with it.
But it wasn't just for coaches, though. It was also the kids. Like, if the players, like one of the players, Ezekiel Elliott, there was an incident where he got caught, in the same manner, but the police, he got the police to hush it away. Like, say, okay, hey, nothing happened. Pay off the girl. That's it. So he was doing shit like that, where he wasn't being directly involved in it, but he was having people like, all right, hush this up, hush this up.
Okay, so he was actually doing something.
Yeah, and trying to say he wasn't,
and
trying to say he wasn't because.
All right.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Aaron Hernandez, the serial killer.
No.
From the New England Patriots, the tight end from the New England Patriots.
He was a serial killer?
He killed 3 guys, and he had like this whole little mini drug ring going on. And he went to the University of Florida with Urban Meyer, and he was there with Urban Meyer, and I guess he would do shit like that at Florida, and he had to fucking hide that shit under the rug. So there's a history behind this, and like a lot of people are pissed because not only did something of this magnitude not get reported, they're saying that Ohio State essentially is siding with, okay, football's more valuable than morality.
Yeah, because that's what gets them the money.
Exactly. And this guy, he's won them a championship already, and he's taken them to the playoffs every year since he's been there. So obviously they're looking more at the bottom line, like, all right, you know what?
You go to hell! You go to hell and you die!
Exactly. So, I mean, it's fucked up. It's a really fucked up situation, and this guy should definitely be fired.
You can get it!
Exactly.
From a woman's perspective, some of my patients that I've worked with have been abused, and
damn.
It is so sad hearing all their stories. So I can't even imagine what she's going through for all those years.
And to get denied all those years, and it sucks. So, and I guess Urban Meyer had issued an apology today, and from what a lot of people are saying is that the tone of the apology just seemed very half-assed. Like today he said
inauthentic.
And inauthentic. And when asked about it, he said they were a young couple. Anytime I get a phone call or something like that, I tell my boss, then I let the experts do their job. It came back to me what happened, we advised him in counseling, move forward. That's it. That's what he would do. So he knew about it, and he's just like, all right, well, let's go to counseling. That's it. Like, he didn't care exactly what happened. He just tried to just move it along and get back to football. So I think our country's kind of valuing football a little bit too much here. I think
not this guy. Not this guy.
You're a different breed, man. You're a different breed.
Yeah, different
breed of cat, man. But that's it for me in sports.
All right, thanks, man.
We should call that the darker side of sports.
It's all happy music.
The
darker side of sports.
Benny Hill.
All right, man. Were you guys ready for the music highlights for today?
Are we?
Yes.
Well, a couple of podcasts ago, we had Top Shelf Shake.
Yes, we did.
And Aaron said that he almost didn't get into a Courtney Barnett show that was happening here in beautiful Pomona, California, at the Glass House.
It's beautiful how you want to describe it.
Beautiful Pomona, California.
Right. Pomona, California. That's all.
just regular old.
Just regular old Pomona.
Well, Courtney Barnett, I believe he said that she was in here from Australia.
Yes, he did say from Australia.
And one of the favorite songs of hers, is called Pedestrian At Best. Now, this song came out in 2015, and it's called Sometimes I Sit and Think, and Sometimes I Just Sit. So this is this song called Pedestrian At Best. Let's check it out.
Success, but I digress. At least I've tried my very
You know what this song reminds me of?
Detachable penis.
Yes. And yes, you're absolutely right. I was thinking detachable penis, but I was also thinking institutionalized.
Yeah, that's the other song.
Except there's just not a guitar fucking wailing in the background, you know. But those, if those two songs came together,
that would that would be this song.
And then had a beautiful baby girl
in Australia.
No less. With your dingo babies. It would be this song right here. I think it's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's not bad. Pretty
I'm
good.
loving her voice.
Yeah, she has a good voice.
Yeah.
And I've been, and we addressed this in the last podcast. I'm digging a lot of female voices.
Oh yeah, recently
these days.
Yeah.
These days, because man, did they have their lulls?
Lilith Fair.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah. Come on, man. Everyone knows you love Atlantis.
So yeah, actually, I have no beef with Alanis, but I don't know. She has her. There's some songs where I'm just like, all right, like put it away.
What about Melissa Etheridge, man? Come to my window.
Enough. So anyway, a big band that's going on right now with another female singer, the Interrupters. They're actually making the mainstream these days, and they're good friends with all the East Bay punk guys, Green Day, Rancid. So they're a big influence on them, and you know what I appreciate out of what's going on right now with rock music is that you actually have those veterans coming in and helping out, the upcomers.
Yeah, they're starting to kind of influence them a little.
And you know
more.
what? That's what made hip hop so great. Is you had all these collaborations of people. Some rappers were on other rappers' albums so that they can get noticed, and then they had their album that they were promoting.
Well, because you had a lot of guys like Dre and Ice Cube that were vets, but they would kind of put on these younger guys that had the talent, and they would groom them in that style. And I think that's what we needed for rock.
Yeah, it's not part of the rock culture, and
No.
that's what sucks. But it's necessary for rock to remain alive these days. And you'll know what I'm talking about. But this chick, she has it. She has it. She's like the Interrupters are like a female lead singer version of Rancid.
Huh.
So they're Scottish.
They're Scottish.
Now
yeah.
they have a song out right now, and I'm not gonna play their single today because you can just turn on the radio and listen to it because it's all over K-Rock right now. But another song that I really liked from 2 years ago, back in 2016, by the Interrupters, from their album called "Say It Out Loud," is a song called "She Got Arrested."
She got arrested for shooting down her man. U.S. Marshals caught her outside of Spokane. She said, I do it again, do it again, do it again, I do it again, I do it again, do it again, do it again, yeah, I do it again. She met like a year ago last Christmas. He drove a truck in town on business. She fell in love, or so she thought, cause Maryland was cold and Nevada was hot. So she moved alone to the city of sin. Then got a place with him, put her chips all in, yeah. Got dark, he was a stranger. Put his hands on her in anger, and she got arrested for shooting down her man. U.S. Marshals.
Pretty catchy, right?
Oh hell yeah, man! That's so dope.
And I like her voice.
I think you're pretty spot on with your description of the female Rancid.
Very much female Rancid with the raspy voice.
In this same album, Tim Armstrong of Rancid does a feature on it, and that's what I was saying about those guys are like really bringing these new kids up in the scene because you need that awesome shit.
Yeah,
you need it, and Tim Armstrong's a fucking legend, man.
Well, that's how you keep these crafts, going. You got to start teaching these younger guys, and I like that these bands like the Interrupters are coming out. Greta Van Fleet. unfortunately, because
they sound exactly
like Led Zeppelin, even though they were saying Aerosmith.
They fucked up because they said that their direct influence was Aerosmith.
Yeah, they
should have just not commented on
at
it.
all. No, just let people think
like,
whatever they want to think.
How do you not record a few albums and not think you sound exactly like Robert
You know what?
Plant?
I think this dude's trying to get like what's
outraged?
his name? No. What's the lead singer's name again? Tyler. Steven Tyler. He wants to get Steven Tyler's attention so that way he could teach him how to get so many chicks while looking like a chick.
Is that what you think that's going to happen?
I think that's what it is, man. He just wants to learn how to get super laid.
You're right.
I mean, he could probably just ask that.
Well, he has a kid Shirley Temple, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But that's very Pagey, or not Pagey, Plant. I would think not fucking.
In his early days.
Yeah.
And then you let it grow out.
Yeah.
But anyway, did you notice? I mean, I enjoyed the shit out of this song. She got arrested by the Interrupters. But did you notice something that I have been screaming about for the last, I don't know, for half my life? Chord structure, no less.
Yeah, that there's no 3-chord.
No, it's the 4-chord structure that tends to bug me. Now, it was done nicely here because the lyrics were amazing.
Yeah,
they were well crafted lyrics. But when you have music genres that are just lazy, like reggaeton, any country song these days made after the year 2000, and other lazy writing of soft rock, you find these 4 chords in almost all of these fucking songs. And not to shit on the song we just played that used those same 4 chords, but it started bothering me when... And the reason I noticed it more is because as a guitar player, you kind of, and a visual guitar player too, I recognize patterns really nicely, and I'm good with numbers. So when I see this pattern of da, 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 and you hear it in every fucking pop song that comes out these days, everything, and I get it, sometimes these things define a genre, like, the aforementioned reggaeton and things like that.
Yeah.
And the blues had their own dun 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 dun, which is common in that genre, but it's very fucking irritating when it's a lazy chord structure that spans, it almost transcends the genre, and you get other people that are not great songwriters using it on a regular basis.
Well, rock wasn't necessarily built on a chord structure like that. I mean, think about it. It was from the blues and jazz.
Before that, ragtime. So it's like very improvisational. So I think it should stay that way, where you have those improvisational guitar solos. Mm-hmm. It's okay to have a slight structure every now and then, but to just stick to that shit. The rise of the music industry, just led to, people like this sound. Let's promote that, or let's only sign bands that sound like that.
Oh yeah, they feed to the masses.
Yeah,
it totally fed to the masses.
Mm-hmm.
But thank God for the '60s and '70s, man.
So going back to the reason I recognized it more is when I started picking up the guitars, because you just found yourself playing that song when you would cover these pop songs.
Yeah.
Like Blink-182 is a big offender of that. They do it all the time.
Green Day is, I think, too.
Green Day, not as much. Offspring does it more than Green Day. But they maintain, like they because they're quality.
Yeah.
It's quality music. They don't overdo it. They'll throw in a solo. The bass is doing something fucking cool over here.
Yeah, all the time.
So other instruments, other elements of that song tend to be busy, which makes it tolerable and sometimes great. But in 2011, this comedy group called Axis of Awesome put a track together that's almost 6 minutes long. Trust me, we won't hear all 6 minutes of it. But it's out of their comedy album called Animal Vehicle, and the song is called 4 Chords. And I think you guys would appreciate the shit out of it.
My life is brilliant, my love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. People killing, people dying, children hurt, and you hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach? Won't you turn the other cheek? Forever young, I wanna be forever young.
You know what I'm fucking talking about?